Bird of Prey 5. El Karuga.
Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird of Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird of Prey 5 Qapla. Oh my God. It is Monday, May 6th, 2024. And I am sorry that I am more than an hour late. More than an hour late to the regular start of Bed Life. Bed Life. To stream Bird of Prey 5. It has been one of those epic days for a man who doesn't leave the house. For a man who doesn't leave his bed. It's been a busy day. I woke up it was such a beautiful morning. I had a relatively good night's sleep. I'll be honest, it wasn't the greatest of mornings. Quite a bit of air forced down my esophagus overnight by my ventilator / CPAP machine, and it's just not a great night as the nights go, but it wasn't too bad. But I woke up and I was like, oh, it was such a great feeling to be awake that I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to go back to sleep. Back to sleep. And so I did. Mama was like, you got nothing going on today, right? Nothing. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't think I got anything going on. So I went back to sleep. And woke up another couple hours later. Okay, now I'll get up for the day. Of course, I realized I did have some plans for the day. I had screwed up. I thought I had a therapist appointment, and I thought I had tomorrow. It was actually today. That was fine. It was like that was still a few hours away. No big deal. All was fine until get a phone call, and guys, I've been trying to get this Medicaid long-term help thing, and supposed to really help me and Mama Frey out, get some assistance. And they're like, yeah, well, are you available today? Yeah, well, yeah, we can do it today. Well, they're like, well, first we need to do this. Do you have time to do this? It'll take 45 minutes. And it was like, yeah, okay. We had time, 45 minutes. It was like, leave me with another 45 minutes before I had to do oh, thank you guys. Yeah, before the therapist came. And then it ended up taking them like 30 minutes to get ready for this 45-minute call, which then, of course, took us right to the verge of having to get ready to go on, and made it just in time. And anyway, they're like, okay, well, can you do it today? Well, sure. When's today? And I'm like, well, 2:30 p.m. for 2.5 hours. 2.5 hour assessment. Oh my God, but sure. So I tried to do this through a Zoom call through my phone. For whatever reason, the Zoom call wouldn't work through my phone. So I ended up having to do it through my YouTube camera. Now, luckily, I didn't have my Klingon bridge set up. It was just a straight video, but made it quite uncomfortable for Mama Frey to have to like sit next to me to be on the call and to listen instead of through her own headphone. Anyway, it's just a complete mess. It took forever, and that's what necessitated the late stream today. LDG at hashtag free the net with a $2 super chat, and writing it upside down. This bird is late today, but got kissing Dax. We got kissing Dax. Congratulations, LDG. And then bird is super late today, upside down. An inside joke. An inside joke. But look at those Dax's kiss. And the random menace with a 43-month friend of Karoga super chat says, you and your ventilator should start OnlyFans. Badum. Greetings from the future. Greetings, random menace. I hope you are well, and I hope Olivia is well, and Erica, and all that good stuff. And LDG says, crap, my keyboard broke. Upside down. Yeah, it's one of those. It's turned into one of those days. So it's now an entire evening has come. The day has come and gone. Evening is among us now. Richie Poole with 2 alpacas for being second in the chat. Matthew Kirschnick was first in the chat today. Matthew Kirschnick says yo. Yo, Matthew, hope you are doing well. Jedi Bill, third, says Qapla, brother warrior. Birdo Frey 5, all should hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Hakeem says, awesome, you're still going to stream. Qapla, Bird, and Chat. Yeah, Hakeem, I couldn't let it go. Plus, I mean, to be honest, I certainly felt awake enough to start the stream. I don't know how awake I'll be in a half hour. And we ordered some Chinese food, and it just got here. And man, does it smell good. Which just tells me that I am hungry. Keely Chow says hello to Jedi Bill. Roll Tide. Brother Warrior, Roll Tide. 47 Yorktown says, and I thought I was going to be late today. Well, good thing I was late, I guess. Jedi Bill says hello to Keely Chow. Hello to 47, and hello to Hakeem. Yvette says, good evening, Bird, and everyone. Good evening to the lovely Yvette, who I'm told wore something special just for me on Mr. Londell's stream earlier today. I have to go back and watch. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Captain Nofinity says, don't get me started on Doctor Who. And I won't. I won't, because I could not care less. Could not care less about Doctor Who. So, LDG at Free the Net puts in some poop face. The King, Qapla, Birdo Prey Qapla, the King. Hope you are well. 47 Yorktown says, howdy to Jedi Bill. Hemorrhoids hurts. There's perfect timing for Bird. Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you, Hemorrhoid Hurts. Considering you're not a real hemorrhoid. If you were, then I would hate to see you. Mr. Londell's groovy movie, says Qapla. Qapla, Mr. Londell. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says Qapla. I traveled 35 miles just to catch nothing on the river. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gorilla. I don't know, is that like actual fishing? Or is that like poker? You didn't catch anything on the river? Like Texas Hold'em? I'm not sure. I'm assuming you mean actual fishing. Captain Fandom Nerd says, Bird of Prey 5, hello and hail on Karoga. It's close. It's close. Carlo Albanese, Qapla Carlo, says, hi, I hope everyone is as well as can be. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Thank you, Carlo. And Jedi Bill says hello to Gorilla's Random Thoughts. And hello to Carlo. So, the other thing I was thinking today was I was feeling a bit depressed with just how much I was sleeping lately. And Mama Bird's like, why? You don't, who's to say when you have to wake up? I mean, it's true. She's like, you were up probably half the night. I was up half the night. Not all at once, but you know, I woke up at least 3 times to Jaloja, and one time, like I ended up watching at least a full video. I had no idea how long the video was till I tried to rewatch it this morning. It was a 42-minute video. 42-minute video, but it was the video from Jeremy on Geeks and Gamers, and it was him talking about Nerdrotic, made it to the quote unquote big leagues. Nerdrotic was on Fox News. Fox News 3 days ago. I had never heard of this guy, but apparently Will Kane is this sportscaster who has a call-in show, if you will, on Fox News, and he was pretty famous, I guess. If you knew sports, you probably knew who he was. And since I don't know sports and I don't generally watch Fox News, I had no idea who he was. But he is an actual TV personality, and he decided to have Gary from Nerdrotic on his channel. And of course, they talk about, what is missing, why are people on YouTube more trusted than actual journalists. And it's there very correctly, Gary points out, it's authenticity. They have what the big media is lacking. And the guy almost jokingly says, oh, Gary is he should be thanking Gary, and he really should be. He really should be, rather than Gary thanking him. Because you're right. I mean, the thing that the mainstream media is lacking is authenticity. And this guy has no idea what a joke it turned out to be, because he's like, oh, he thinks that because Nerdrotic does, I guess, Friday night frolics, no, Friday night tights. Frolics is Doomcock. Friday night tights with geeks and gamers, that he's a gamer. And of course, Nerdrotic is famously not a gamer. I mean, he's just not a gamer. But to this guy, he's on the internet. He's geeks and gamers. He must be a gamer. So like he kept coming back to Nerdrotic, trying to talk to him about gaming, and like Nerdrotic is like, I'm not really a gamer. I'm a comic book nerd, and the guy didn't get it. I didn't get it, but whatever. It was fun. Anyway, that was a 42-minute video. 42 fucking minutes. And I watched the whole thing in the middle of pissing last night. I had no idea. I spent probably an hour awake watching this. Hemorrhoids Hurts with a $2.99 super chat. Says wife has MS and a terrible night. We got through it. Oh, I am so sorry, Hemorrhoids Hurts. Yeah, listen. There are different amounts of what's considered a bad night by different people. So it's for what you and I might consider a bad night compared to a random person out there. Yeah, it's not, it's just, it is what it is. We have our own measurements to work with. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, I went to the headwaters of the West Fork of the Des Moines River. Okay, so an actual river. Kronos is in the house, says, Qapla, orphan, minor, miners, oh pray. Carlo Albanese says, sleeping helps repair the body and brain. If you if you say so. Um, everybody's saying hello to each other. Miss Lundell says Will Kane does a podcast on Fox Nation. He does the typical conservative stuff. I'm not ignoring you, Kronos. Kronos says tights. Hemorrhoid Hurts says some nights are a real bird, but what can we do? We all just keep going. Exactly. Exactly. Admiral Teague says, Hail, Karoga. Hail, Karoga, Admiral Teague. Carlo Albanese says, the internet, isn't that the netting inside swimming shorts? I don't think so. I did not. I mean, like, never mind. Kronos says, hey to Teague. Hemorrhoid Third says, hello, chat. Great to be with friends. Thanks. Good to have you here, Hemorrhoid. Hemorrhoid hurts, as long as you're not a real hemorrhoid. Carlo Albanese says, hail, Karoga. Absolutely. Jedi Bill says, hello to Admiral Teague. Kronos says, Karoga, 'tis a silly place. Kronos, I don't make fun of where you live. In Binghamton. Binghamton's a silly place. Now I'm making fun of you. Jedi Bill says, good to see ya, Carlo. Kronos says, Carlo, we've come for your daughter. What the hell is that? We've come for your daughter. Kronos says, oh, that's Chuck. Pop Culture Curator says, hello, guys. Hey, Pop. Hey, Pop. Carlo Albanese says, Bird of Prey 5. Can I move to Karoga and start off fresh? Fish the lake, build a house from the trees and grass, and have a pet deer. Carlo, you can move to Karoga if you want, but
our best estimates place us some 4 hours from Earth.
I can't promise what'll happen if you build a house and the trees, and it might be somebody else's property. Admiral Teague with a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Admiral Teague. You got Captain Kirk slapping his face silly. I'm the real Captain Kirk. But it does sound like a nice fresh start, Carlo. Pop Culture Curator says Qapla. Bird of Prey. Carlo Albanese says, hope. Hi, Jedi Bill. Hope you are well. Kronos says, I hope Beetlejuice 2 is worth the wait. I hope it is for you too, Kronos. I'm not particularly interested. Kronos is Beetle. Carlo Albanese says, Kronos, it's not my daughter. Just because people think it does, doesn't make it true. Huh. The Random Menace says, I sleep like a baby, a specific one, waking up at 6:30 to 7. Bad night is when I go to sleep at a really late hour. The King says, I love you, trying to transfer college classes from community. Truthfully, the most honorable of busy work. I love trying to transfer college classes from community. Truly the most honorable of busy work. Kronos says, I don't live in Binghamton. Nice try, Bird. And hemorrhoids hurts.
Indications negative at this time.
With a $2.99 super chat of Eyebrow Dax. Says, how bad is STD? I can't bear to watch any. It's bad. It's bad, hemorrhoids hurts. This most recent week was another bad episode. The best episode of the season was episode 4, which I recently posted a review of. I still have episodes 5 and 6 to post, and they're both bad. Kronos as well. Peeps are rich. The King says, I love when Trek is camp. It's hilarious. Kronos' Vertebrae 5 doesn't like Beetlejuice. Unsubbing. And Kronos says, I can hear Mamo pray. Can I hear? Oh, can I hear? A Mamo pray, tail, oh pray. Today, oh pray. I don't think so, Kronos. Mamo pray is eating dinner and dealing with Sassy right now. Carl Albanese says, Mamo pray for the win. Well, listen, never say never, but I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. So I hadn't even had a chance to look up what this special day today might be. So let's well, boo. Kronos says boo. So let's see what it might be today. What day of the year is today? And Admiral Teague says, actually, Bird, the best episode of the season will be the shortest episode of STD. I guess that could be it. Whenever that one is. Or will it be the last episode? Because that, that is a fair, that very well might be the fair answer. The final episode of season 5 of Discovery, the final episode of Discovery of all time, could well be the best episode. Kronos was in Mamo Pray emojis. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, oh, Bird, you missed the best movie ever last night. We got to see Will Wheaton get his head bit off by a shark, and he is only listed as dead passenger. I believe you guys were watching Sharknado 2. Sharknado 2. Kronos says, spam Oprah. Emily Turner says, my goodness, that's why I super chat. Just a little help so Bird watched STD for me. Thank you so much. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Qapla, Bird. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Dr. Scotty says, how about a nephew Oprah tale? We want to hear from Charlie. Well, Charlie, what was he talking about yesterday? Tornadoes, tomatoes. Charlie had heard the news about the tornadoes coming, and then he was freaking out that the tomatoes were going to get him. Matthew Kirschnick says, yo, how you doing, Bird? Qapla, welcome back, Matthew. Thanks for coming by. I am holding in there, Matthew. I am holding in there. It is it's a tough one. It's a tough tough day, tough week, tough month, but I'm hanging in. LDG says hey to Kronos. Schwario, hey Schwario. Says Qapla bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Schwario. Kronos says pickles are expensive these days. Even pickled peppers, says Dr. Scotty. Admiral Teague says, don't you think the last episode will be very, very long, boring, and effing important? I don't know that it will be important. I don't know that it will be long either. LDG at hashtag free the net says, watch the last season of Black Mirror. Only the first episode was actually good. Admiral Teague says, hey to Gorilla. Chrono says, a peck of pickled peppers. Dr. Alex is in the house. Qapla, Birdo Prey 5. Qapla, Dr. Alex. And you know what? The only time I care about the doctor is when it's Dr. Alex reading the doctor. Chrono says Scotty is a Scot. I think so. Schwario puts up the pink hand. Chrono says hey to doctor. Dr. Alex says hello to Kronos and LDG. Kronos says, Dr. what? Doctor who? Gorilla's Random Thoughts says hey to Teague. Matthew Kirschnick says being homeless sucks. I am so sorry. Are you homeless, Matthew? I am sorry to hear it. I hear California and New York offer a lot of options to the homeless. I'm not sure where you might be, but you get to one of those states might be better. Carlos is LDG laughing doll guard. Kronos says bird is holding in there. I don't want to know where. Schwario says bed life. It's a stream by Birdo Prey 5. Oh yeah, that's what I started off by saying. Mike Richards says Garfield hates Mondays. He does, and I heard that there's a new Garfield movie coming out. And my God, dude, the graphics look fucking awesome. So I was actually like, it got my attention. The graphics were so nice. And it turns out it's just called the Garfield movie. And I don't know when it's coming out, but it looks good. Admiral Teague says, LDG, your chat room link ain't working. Your chat room link ain't working. It's freethenet.org/underground. It should work. Kronos says, I miss Ozzy O'Prey. And he misses you, Kronos. Admiral Teague says, not important, self-important. Dr. Alex says, bank holiday Monday here. Kronos says, Monday. Dr. Alex says, thank you. You're welcome. The King says, my school busy work is officially done for the day. Kronos says, dream of Californication. Dandelion Fluff. Hey, Dandelion is in the chat. She says, hey, bird in chat. Hey, Dandelion. LDG says to Admiral Teague, yes, The domain DNS was recently changed. Try again in 5 minutes. Matthew Kirshner says, yep, living in a homeless shelter here in Norfolk, Virginia, run by the Union Mission Ministries. Norfolk, Virginia. Hang in there, Matthew. Isn't that what Mom will pray? Oh, the episode in Star Trek where I went back in time. No, the city on the edge of forever. That was New York City. That was a New York City mission. Someplace. Edith Keeler. Is there anything we can get you, Matthew? Is there an address or anything at the the mission? Admiral Teague says the LDG first thought was a blackout, but okay, been down a while. Oh, you're Admiral Sabal. Matthew is Admiral Sabal. Thank you, Matthew, because I wouldn't have. I'm glad to see you're out there, Admiral. I'm glad to see you're out there, Admiral. Okay. Kronos' cities are crap holes. Prove me wrong. Carlos says, dear Burb Bop, can I use the time machine to go back a year? I wish, Carlo, even if it was just a year. Gorilla's Random Thought says 34th Street mission, the city on the edge, yes, of forever. Carlos sends hugs. Dandelion says hey to Kronos, and Kronos says indeed. LDG says yes, my provider auto parked the domain, and I just caught it like 30 minutes ago. And Admiral Saval puts in the address 5100 East Virginia Beach Boardwalk, 5100 East Virginia Beach Boulevard, Norfolk, Virginia, 23502-3413. I'm going to copy and save that if we need that for any, let's do the full name. So anybody needs to get a hold, Admiral Saval, if you have something you'd like to send him, you can do that. And I'm sure it would be appreciated. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, and Doctor Who, with his turquoise hand, guys, is in the house. Welcome, Taylor Swift. The Kings has just got a bird of prey and go around the sun. Easy, yes, go around the sun, and boom, you're in Time War. LDG says, I'll send you the pure link in the DM. Crow says, back when Star Trek was good Trek. Dandelion says, have fun, gotta go back to work. Take care, Dandelion. LDG says, hi to Saval. Admiral Teague says, seriously, LDG, what'd you do to make these people so taken with you? He's been helpful. He's been a helpful part of the community. LDG says, long time, buddy. Dr. Alex says, night all. Gotta sleep before work tomorrow. Take care, Dr. Alex. LDG says, because my middle name is authentic. Hope you're doing good, Matt. Randomness says, toddlers are like drunks. They crawl, eat off the floor, babble incoherently, look for bottles. Sometimes they puke and fall asleep in weird positions. Matthew is doing well. That is great to hear, Matthew. Cheers time, dude. It's Kronos. Yeah. Okay. So let's go check on what the hell is today. May 6th holidays. International No Diet Day. So take the day off your diet, I guess. Oh my God. National Nurses Day. I spent all day with a nurse. She was no Florence Nightingale. We celebrate Florence Nightingale and recognize the important role nurses play in our lives. You know, she definitely plays an important part in our life. You know, she has a job. She's got to do it, I guess. Not all nurses are, not all nurses are hands-on nurses. Let's put it that way. I don't even know. Dr. Mark A. Groth, cardiothoracic surgeon appreciation day. If a cardiothoracic surgeon ever treated you, send them a thank you note today. Wow. It's an early bank holiday. It's Great Lakes Awareness Day. We're swimming in cool ideas to celebrate Great Lakes Awareness Day. It's Joseph Brackett Day. And it is Melanoma Monday. My God, I had a lot of spots resembling those. Melanoma, the deadliest type of skin cancer. It's developed by 1 out of 50 Americans. It's National Aidian Day. His Irish-derived name, Aidan, has gone through a journey around the world. It's National Beverage Day. That's what we should have done. Whether you prefer a hot or a cold one, there is one for every taste. Any beverage, Coca-Cola, alcoholic. Yes. Before you sit down, Mama. No, thank you. I'm good with my water. I appreciate it. I know she isn't a redhead. National Crepe Suzette Day. Let's learn about crepe Suzette, how they're made and what makes them so special. How about not? National Meeting Planners Appreciation Day. No. National Open Farm Day for Deej. It could have been Deej's day. Agricultural and farming are critical for humanity's survival. And here's why. Here's why we need food. Why do we need a fucking day? We need food. That's pretty basic. Hey, it's National Tony Day. Get together with all the Tonys and celebrate their special day today. Oh my God. All the Tonys. National Tourist Appreciation Day. Anyone who's done any traveling is likely guilty of being a tourist. And it's Orthodox Easter Monday, which is we got another day to have Easter eggs. And it is Sauvignon Blanc Day. Get your wine glasses and bottles ready to make a toast as we celebrate this day. Wow. A whole lot of nothings. A whole lot of nothings. Deej is out for the count. Deej is no computer. He is currently without a computer. Maybe he will have something later this week. There's a hope that he'll get sometime tomorrow, sometime Tuesday. I hope we'll get him a very basic computer that we hope will get him online. Though to be honest, we're not 100% sure if it will. It should. It should get him online enough that he can at least come in and say hello to us, and then sooner than later, we have people working on getting him a PC that'll hopefully get him online and able to use StreamYard and maybe play a game or something. We'll see, but we should at least be able to hear from him, hopefully sometime tomorrow. For the meantime, the only way to get a hold of Deej is if you have set him up through Facebook. If you have him through Facebook. LDG says, Teague, check your Twitter. Carlos says, so I can eat the full pizza. Cool. Chrono says, hello, nurse. No pineapple. Carlos says, they can use their feet. Chrono says, Lowell, hands-on nurses. Heart surgeons, Great Apes Day. Hemorrhoids Hurt says, Doctor Who is not only bad, it's been utterly desecrated beyond recognition, and I don't think any could be worse than Picard. Chrono says, oh, lakes. Randomness is not all nurses are female, just saying. And Corona says, I don't want skin cancer. Nobody does. Nobody does. LDG at hashtag free the net says freethenet.org is working again. Sorry for the delay, guys. We upgraded to a much better server this week. Can't wait to see it do its thing come June. Corona says, wave off. Wave off. She isn't redheaded. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Melanoma Monday is my favorite song from the Bengals. I don't think that's the name of the song. Carlo Albanese says Pepsi to the max. Chronos says National Cheers Day. And a random menace says Melanoma Monday sounds like a special menu. Really, really wrong. Chronos says Pepsi greater than Coke. Random menace is laughing at Saul. And Chronos says, I am not French. Dr. Scotty says, I like the way they kiss. I assume you mean the French. The King says half of these holidays have to be made up. Well, all the holidays are made up. It's just some stick. Chronos says, where is Deej? Matthew Kirshnick, aka Admiral Saval, says, I've been sober now nearly a year, and it's been a tough road. It's been a long road getting from there to here, Matthew, but I'm glad if it's working for you. I'm glad it's working. Dr. says, yeah, where's Deej? Bring back Deej, says Carlos. Falling out for Deej, says Carlo. Miranda Menace says Deej is without the computer, otherwise still alive and kicking. Yeah. Yeah, his computer died. LDG says Deej will be back soon. Corona says I would die if I didn't have a computer. Dr. says we need a GoFundMe for Deej's computer. I believe it is being handled. Matthew sold his computer. Yeah, well, it's probably the best move. Did he spill fireball? No, Kronos. He didn't spill fireball on his computer. Carlo Albanese's got to go. Have a fantastic day, night, everyone. Hail Karoga. Thank you, Carlo. Hail Karoga. Thank you for coming. Dr. Sky says, I heard he threw his computer at the TV when Biden came on. No, that did not happen. And LDG with a $5 super chat says, in case if anyone wants to help Deej with money to pitch in on, I don't know. Yeah, he's got it written upside down. Into his new computer, you can see me in the underground, me are working on something special. Wow. Thanks, LDG. I hope it's Hope he gets a better keyboard than you. Not a Tuma. Multi-gun mantis Bird. Hey Bird, how's it going? I'm hitting the wall, multi-gun man. Hitting the wall. Chrono says, can I have a gun? And Chrono says, make a song about DJ's lost computer. Anti-derivative Jill's in the house. Says, that's really nice of you, LDG. But why did you make me read that upside down? I know. Matthew Kirschnick, Admiral Saval says, had my identity stolen on that computer after my mom passed away in September 2022. I am sorry to hear that, Admiral. Kronos says, hey to anti-derivative Spartacus. The multi-gunman says, cyber attached Deej Odyssey and wrecked his computer. Never anger Bird. I did not cyber attack Deej. LDG says, in case anyone wants to help Deej with money to pitching in his new computer, you can see me in the underground. We are working on something special. And he says, sorry for putting it upside down. Chrono says, I hear Mama pray. Andrew Jill says, I can read upside down, but I guess you were just feeling silly today. Chrono says, she really wants to give a tail o' pray. LDG says he is silly, I guess. Dr. Sky says, LDG, how do you get to your underground? Chrono says, why are you standing on your head? LDG, he was pushing an inside joke at his expense. Of course, you can get to the underground by the link he just put in the chat, freethenet.org/underground. Says, my condolences. Karoga is pure evil. We are not pure evil, Kronos. Let's see, what's the news for today? New York City singleton who posted looking for a girlfriend flyers 10 years ago is back at it. So this should have just been posting a flyer. I'm looking for a girlfriend. Experienced actor, of course. A lovelorn New York man who posted flyers looking for a girlfriend 10 years ago is back at it. Dan Perino, 60, first grabbed people's attention in 2014 when he plastered the city with posters looking to land a film or TV role. The ad touted him as a professional, experienced actor who is looking for a few lines in a movie, TV, or play, even extra work. Looking for the perfect woman. The wannabe actor claims the ads were so successful he decided to use the same tactic to try to find his leading lady. The East Village actor hung up about 40,000 posters begging for a date. I'm looking for a girlfriend, the flyers read, with a photo and phone number. of the bearded man. The Singleton said he was overwhelmed by calls, many of which he admitted were pranks, and dates, and was eventually being recognized on the street, so he stopped. I didn't really need to do any more, he told the Post. He never found a love match, but did turn his adventure into a documentary and book, both titled Looking for a Girlfriend. Perino attempted online dating, but eventually got tired of that and wanted the calls to come flooding back. I went on a lot less dates last year, but the system is beautiful. And this time, he isn't just looking for a girlfriend. He's looking for the perfect woman, a person he struggled to define, aside from being young, attractive, and not a stalker. Perino claimed that he received about 2,000 phone calls and thousands of texts in just the first 2 days. He has taken to wearing disguises when he leaves his house to avoid being stopped frequently. He's been too overwhelmed with responses to choose a date, but plans to sit down and filter through his options soon. It's something fun to do. Should this guy have more dates potential than he can even contemplate? I don't know. Um, uh, Boeing, how to watch NASA's first Boeing Starliner crewed flight launch today. Oh, when is that happening? Did it already happen? A live stream will be available on NASA's YouTube page. Watch along today as NASA's Boeing Starliner crew flight test finally, most likely, blast off the International Space Station, ISS. NASA should start streaming this coverage at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on its YouTube channel, with the official launch set for 10:34 p.m. Goddamn. Will carry 2 astronauts, Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore. We say most likely because the road to this day has not been a smooth one. It was a decade ago that NASA first chose Boeing and SpaceX to construct the spacecraft that would fly the United States to the ISS. Boeing received a $4.2 billion contract, while NASA gave SpaceX $2.6 billion. Beleda had its first successful crew flight in 2020 and has replicated it about a dozen times since. Boeing Starliner failed to reach orbit during its first uncrewed orbital test in 2019 due to too much fuel burning. A follow-up flight was scheduled for August 21, but was scraped due to a valve issue. Boeing finally reached ISS in spring 2022 with an uncrewed vessel. Well, it'll be interesting for tonight. I don't know if I'll be awake to see it, but hopefully you guys will be. Donald Trey, could you pull hose? Star Trek Discovery ruined by listening to fans. What is this going to be? Okay. Star Trek Discovery ruined by listening to fans. By Chris Snellgrove. The most recent season of Star Trek Discovery has been a bit different from previous ones. That because the writers and producers have listened to constant fan demands that the show be more like earlier series such as The Next Generation, resulting in more episodic adventures. While some of those adventures have been fun, Paramount listening to Star Trek Discovery fans may have ruined the show's final season by making the end of every episode laughably predictable. What? Every episode ends in the same way every episode of every prior Discovery episode ended, with the clue to the next episode. To understand why, we need to first review the driving mystery of the season. Captain Burnham and crew have been tasked with discovering the mystery of the progenitors, a race discovered by Captain Picard nearly a millennia ago. This race claims to have created various forms of life in the galaxy, including humans, Romulans, and Cardassians, and the technology that could also unleash untold destruction throughout the galaxy. Mal and Locke, that's where two new characters come in. Mal and Locke are interstellar Bonnie and Clyde, who are trying to learn the mysteries of the progenitors so they can get the Breen off their back. The Breen can and will use this technology to destroy the Federation, kicking off an ongoing race between Burnham and this criminal duo. On paper, it's the perfect excuse for Star Trek Discovery to give the fans this episodic adventure we've been demanding, but it led to one unintended consequence that threatens to ruin the season. It's become too predictable. Namely, you can set your watch by the fact every single episode will end the same way. No matter what the adventure is, from exploring an iconic mirror universe vessel to fixing an alien air conditioner, the episode will always end with Burnham's crew figuring it out, one piece of the progenitor puzzle, but Mole and Locke are still out there, one step ahead of our intrepid crew. Again, this is obviously meant to give Star Trek Discovery fans the throwback story writing we've been demanding, right down to focusing on the season of a forgotten TNG episode, but it accidentally highlights the strength of the previous seasons. Oh my God, the strength of the previous seasons? What strength? Echoing Voyager in the worst way. Whether you're a major Star Trek Discovery fan or its biggest hater, you have to admit one of the pressures of earlier seasons is that we never knew exactly how an episode might wrap up. The crew might end up in a different universe or time traveling into the far future, and we never knew beloved allies like Booker or Ash Tyler would suddenly have a heel turn. The fact we never knew is my main point. Even when the season-long mystery arcs were boring or had awful resolutions, or both with the burn, there was a novelty in the Star Trek show that wasn't afraid to boldly go where no series had gone before in terms of surprises and twists. Now, however, Discovery seems to be following in Voyager's vapor trails in giving us interesting episodic content that always ends up in the same way. Just as Voyager crew would wrap up the day's adventure and commence their voyage home, Discovery wraps up today's mystery and commences chasing Maul and Locke. The cancellation. As a Star Trek Discovery fan, I can't help but feel that this predictability problem is magnified by the show's sudden cancellation, making this experimental season the final one. These will be our last adventures with these characters, and in a terrible twist, these adventures have largely been ruined because Paramount decided to listen to fans' demands in the worst possible way. In this way, all of us watching at home are learning so hard the truth behind Spock's words of wisdom. Having is not so pleasing a thing after all as wanting. It's those are great words of wisdom. Too bad anybody created Star Trek Discovery. Wise words, Spock. Let's hope your sister and Paramount were paying attention enough to throw a few surprise endings into the mix to end this series on a high note. Yeah, maybe they were paying attention, and they can erase Michael Burnham from history. It's the only way. It's the only way to save the show. You must erase it from history. Oh, okay. What's going on? Kronos swears he's not creepy. The king says the Starliners are actually full of Boeing whistleblowers and are heading to the sun. Kronos' space Twitter. Kronos would like to see space XXX. Antidriv Jill says STD was ruined with season 1, indeed. Episode 1. STD was ruined with episode 1. Kronos says I only saw 1.2 episodes of STD, and he has a rash. Antidriv Jill says I only saw the first 2 episodes of season 5, and they were nothing like 90s Trek. They are trying to blame their crappiness on the fans again. What a surprise. Absolutely. Kronos says it's rather itchy. STD isn't real Trek. Prove me wrong. Admiral Teague says STD isn't episodic any more than it's Star Trek. Episodic shows don't need previously on every single week. Indeed. And Admiral Teague says, oh God, the criminals are morally superior to the heroes. Kronos' Enterprise last episode wasn't real either. Kronos is Bird trying to rant. I was trying to, Kronos, but honestly, I'm too tired and too hungry. Admiral Teague says, yes, I could have told you Tilly was going to win that race. You just pick the stupid possible outcome. Yes. Once I saw it was a race, I knew Tilly was going to win it too. Kronos says Janeway was hooked on coffee. Teague says this is some bullshit. We always knew the darkest possible thing would happen next. Antidriv Jill says notice how they use the word fan versus hater instead of lover versus critic. The bias was obvious from the start of the article, but it's getting worse as Bird continues reading it. Kronos says Teague looks like he has an insane avatar. Admiral Teague says last we STD found their place of the MacGuffin off screen in a previously unmentioned place. Yes, last week. Kronos says, I hope things get not woke in 300 years. The King says there's coffee in that nebula. Answer of Jill says it's not even it's woke or anything anymore. Not the first 2 episodes anyway, but that it's completely brain dead. Admiral Teague says they might rewind the very first episode again and erase their show like Loki did. That's all I can hope for. Answer of Jill says in those first 2 episodes, people continuously failed to speak in full sentences. Kronos says, my brain can't deal with STD. Matthew, formerly Admiral Saval, says, I love STD. Well, I hope you get a chance to watch it, Matthew. Kronos says, what did I do? I don't know what you did, Kronos. Admiral Teague says, Kronos, I do have an insane avatar. Kronos asks, where is Tilly? Mike Richards is hashtag feedbird. Anti-derivative Jill says, she found the McMuffin too. Kronos says, bird will never be free bird. Good song. Kronos says, I like egg, sausage, and cheese biscuit every once in a while. And Admiral Teague personally finds Dr. Colbert to be an insulting Latino stereotype. With that, guys, let's head over to Dear Bop. We have a single Dear Bop for today. Let's see what it is. Dear Bop, should I shop at Buc-ee's? I hear they have a really good sandwiches and snacks. Besides, they have the best bathrooms anywhere. Maybe LDG knows, as they are in Florida. Ted Bundy. I don't know. From what I've seen of Buc-ee's, they look like a pretty nice place. If I was there, I would totally shop there. I might even use the bathroom if I had to. I don't know if LDG knows anything. But if you want LDG's opinion, you should ask LDG, which you can do if you go to freethenet.org/underground. Anyway, we got another Dear Bob, so we can do that one too. Dear Little Joe, I understand that you would like some of my clown artwork. Thank you for your interest. Please send me $500 and I will mail you my latest watercolor piece called Pennywise with Balloon. Thanks for being such a wonderful lifelong fan. Here is my address. John Wayne Gracie, Menard Correctional Center, Cell 13, Chester, Illinois, 62233. I am not interested in your artwork, sir. So, I don't know. I don't know what the expectation here was. I mean, obviously I wasn't going to say, yeah, take my $500. So, Chrono says, yo, little Joe. Chrono says, I liked my Spanish teacher. Thomas Potts. Hey, Thomas. Thomas Potts says, I thought people go to the underground to sleep. You know, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they go to the underground to talk. Doesn't have to be sleep. Doesn't have to be. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to call it a day. So thank you all for coming, for showing up. I know it was late. I apologize. Try to get back on time for Friday. Hopefully I'll get at least 1 or 2 videos out this week. Definitely need to get a Star Trek Picard review, Discovery nitpicking up, and maybe another one. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be a busy week now. So Qapla all, and I'll see you around. Jedi Bill says 4th year anniversary celebration, and put out a link and says, please try to stop by. Please, guys, try to stop by. Jedi Bill's 4th year of streaming. Farewell for Columbus, Ohio. Farewell, Mike Richards. The multi-gun man says, Bird, have an awesome day. You deserve a great day. Thank you. Stan Lee says, I was here and I missed him again. Bird was here and I missed him again. Sorry, Stan Lee. Just at the end. Andrew Jill says, glad you're making videos again. See you later, Bird. Take care, Jill. Hope you're well and drive safely. LDG reminds everyone, Babylon 5 tonight on Life with Matthew. Absolutely. Absolutely. Babylon 5. Okay, guys, Qapla all. Oh, Thomas says no Babylon 5 tonight. I don't know. You guys will have to check out.